Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing episode 2 of this ping pong tutorial on how you guys can make ping pong at home using Python Turtle. This is where we got to so far. This is what we did in the last episode. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. And yeah, let's just get right into what we're doing this episode. Alright guys, so in this episode we are going to be doing 3 things. We're going to be making the pen that's going to write the score. We're going to be making the ball that's actually going to move. And we're going to declare some paddle functions so you can actually move with the paddles. And then next episode, the final episode of this mini-series, is going to be the actual bouncing on the ball on the wall and updating the score. Without further ado, let's just get started on the pen. So to get started on the pen, first, like we did with every other set of code, we're going to just declare this pen, and there's no special function for a pen in Python Turtle, so we still make a normal turtle like so. And then now we need to set some attributes such as speed. Remember, this is the animation speed, not the let's say for in this case writing speed. This is the animation speed, and for some reason the highest is 0. I don't know why, but yeah, it just is. You can have this whatever color you want, but we're just going to do this white. You can have this red. That doesn't matter. Pen up, so when we go to move the turtle to the top of the screen, it won't draw a line in the middle of the pitch, if you want to call that. Pen.high turtle. We don't want to see the actual turtle figure on the screen. We need pen.set position. This is going to set the position where we wanted to, and I calculated it as 0 in the middle to 250. One more thing, we need to actually write what we're going to write. What we're going to write is the player 1, then we're going to put in here, and then this is very important, curly brackets. You'll see why in a second. I'll explain why in a second. Curly brackets, leave 2 spaces, player 2, same, curly brackets, and then end that there. You're going to see what we're going to do. Now this is an inbuilt Python function that makes it so you can set variables inside text, so it updates inside these curly brackets. You use dot format, and then here put in the first variable, which is going to go into the first set of curly brackets, so that'll be player 1 score, which we set at the top in the last episode. Then the second set of the second variable to set in the second set of curly braces, that's player 2 score, which once again we set in the last episode. Now, to get all that's the main stuff done. Now this is just fancy stuff, you don't need to do it, but I'm just going to do it to make it look nice. We spelled align wrong, but we're going to align the text. This is done by aligning it center. And we're going to choose a nice font. We're going to do font equals brackets. We're going to do Courier. And then there. And then the size of the text, 36. Again, that can be whatever you want, depending on how you want the game. But that's just how I'm going to choose it. Remember to put 2 brackets at the end, because there's these set of brackets. This is the first one. Second one to finish these off. And that's to finish the whole thing off. Right. Now let's move into making. Now let's do the same thing. This is getting quite repetitive, but this is what you need to do. Just make another turtle. Now we need to set all the attributes. Ball.color. Remember to spell color in the American version, so without a U. And you can do this once again whatever you want. I'm just going to do it red. Now ball.shape. You can do this as a square. I just prefer it to actually have it as a ball size. Ball shape, I mean, sorry. And then ball shape or circle. Ball.animation speed 0. And then ball.pen up, so wherever it goes on the screen, it doesn't draw on the screen. And now this is important. Ball.dx we're going to make equal to 4. Ball.dy we're going to make equals 4. This just means delta x and delta y, so the change in x and the change in y. We're going to make it 4. This technically, in easier terms, it decides the speed of the ball, if that makes sense. So if you have that value on 10, it goes very quickly, but if you have that value on 2, that goes quite slowly. You can play around with that, but my preference is 4 for both. Okay, now we're going to make some paddle functions so you can actually move the paddle. So we're going to declare paddle functions. Now, if you know how to do a function, it's def, so define. Then we're going to do it paddle _1 _ up. This is to move the first paddle up. So y, we're going to get the paddle 1.y coordinates. So y is now equal to the coordinates of paddle 1. We're going to y plus equals 40 whenever you go up. And then we're going to do paddle 1.set y position to the new y. Now, if you can spot a mistake that I've done with, it's a simple function mistake that loads of beginners do, and I have made that mistake. I did not indent this properly because I did not put a colon, I put a semicolon. But yeah, just make sure that is done properly. So now, this is going to set the y position of the paddle 1 to the new y, which is plus equal to 40 or wherever it was, my bad. Now, we'll do the same, just make some room. We're going to do the same with paddle 2. So paddle 2 up. Then we're going to do the same. So y equals paddle 2 dot y core. Y plus equals 40. And then paddle 2 dot set y to the new y. Right. Now we're going to define down. So paddle 1. Paddle _1 _ down. Let's just do that. We're going to do, once again, y equals paddle 1.y coordinates, because remember moving down is still on the y coordinate. We're going to do y minus equals to 40, so y is going to be going down, decreasing, that means it'll go down. And then paddle 1.set y to the new y. Very simple. Now, we do the same with paddle 2. Define paddle _2 _ down. Y equals paddle 2 dot y core. Y minus equals 40. And then paddle 2 dot set y to the new y. Right, these are the functions that are actually going to make the move. If we now test the game, as you can see, everything's looking good, but I'm clicking the buttons, as you can hear, but they're not moving, and I'll show you why in a sec. Let's just get into that now. So to make these paddles to actually move, we need to do some window listening. Whoops, paddle movement, not window, my bad. So this is what I mean by that. You need to call window.listen. So this is to make the window listen to commands. And then this is what's called window.onKeyPress. Then we're going to do paddle 1 up. So we're calling this function. Then we're going to do with a W. So the classic move up for the left player, the left side of the keyboard. You can do this Q and then down A. You can do this E and D. I'm just going to do W and S to make it simpler. Now we do the same with all other functions. So window.onKeyPress, paddle 2 up. We're going to do with a up arrow, and this is actually up but with a capital U. Remember the capital, otherwise it will not work. Do the same again, window.onKeyPress, then paddle 1 down. Then we're going to do S. Then last one, window.onKeyPress, paddle 2 down. And then we're going to do down with a capital D, and once again it will not work. So remember the capital on that, guys. And yeah, this is what was planned for this episode. Just the little errors that everyone does. Now, make that work. There you go. You can move from both sides. Ball's not working, but we're going to do that in the next episode. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. Turn that bell on so you will never miss a new video. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.